Hello, 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 hello. I know it's been a minute. I gave myself till Monday. Monday was crazy. Because I said, I'm not doing nothing till Monday. And everything came on Monday. So, we are here to finish the cleansing of you and the self-cleansing. You can sage yourself. Yes. The way I cleanse myself is every night before I go to bed, when I disconnect from people. When I disconnect from people, I just say, I disconnect from that energy, let it go, transmute, let it go. And then I'm able to go to the next person. That's a quick cleanse. The cleanse that I do every night is I get comfortable in my bed, I lay down, palms up, and then palms up. And then when I lay there, I just say, take everything, every energy I've connected with today, transmute every bit of my energy and others, cleanse me completely, solely, cell level, through and through. I let it all go. Anybody that I've been in contact with today, I let go of all that energy. Any problems that I've taken care of today through me and others, I send up to you now. I let it go. I transmute all that energy now. Let it go. Let it go. And I kind of go through that. And then, if there's like a situation with a specific client that there was a physical issue that I was dealing with, I let that go as well. Transmute the energy in me, through them, out into the universe. I lift it up to God in a sense of like, God, it's yours, not mine. Take it. One time I was a conduit. I was in a prayer situation. I was directed to call my stepmom at the time. And I say at the time because she's passed. And so, they said, can you be the conduit for her? And I felt every bit of her pain. Every bit of her pain. She had congestive heart failure. She had knee problems. She had hip problems. She had back problems. She had all kinds of problems. I felt a hot mess when I was connected. They were praying over me to pray for her kind of thing. And they were using me as the conduit because they would put their hands on me to pray for her. And as I was standing there, as I was sitting there, I put my hands out. And I asked, because we were praying, God, take it all from me. And I seen a light come out of my hands, going straight up like a beam up to the sky. I seen this beam of light coming out of my hands, but it had every disease going up as well. And I also, please take it all. And it was all taken, so like my body felt better afterwards. And then I also asked for God to protect me to where I never absorbed that level of pain, like to be part of me. I mean, I feel it in the aspect of, I feel it to heal it, but to never attach to me like it had, and to protect me through that from this day forward. And oh gosh, that was like a long time ago. And ever since then, when I go to cleanse me, release, I just open my hands and I see the elements radiating through my hands up. Because I'm in a prayer meditative state when I do it. And then I'll hear any more information that needs to go around with it. So that's cleansing. And so I want to start on the boundaries because I know I'm like a day behind. So, but I'm going to catch it up today. So, the number one, I want you to practice in the mirror. And this is mirror work. I just want you to say no. I want you to get comfortable going, no, 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 no. Because in time, when you train your throat to say no and feel comfortable with your no, it's going to come in handy. Self-care. What's best for you? Okay, I did that last Thursday. I honored myself. I was in a fasting. I had procedures done on Friday. It was a whole thing. Yes, I took the whole weekend to recover. That's why I was like, I was not doing anything till Monday because I was letting my body rest from what I had been through. Most everything turned out great. So, what's best for you versus doing and being? And you can muscle test that. You know, we've talked about the muscle testing. And is this a day I need to be doing? Or is this a day I need to be being? So this is a day I need to be doing. So I've been doing all day. So that's self-care for boundaries. Like being versus doing. Do I need to do this? Do I need to do that? Do I need to be in this? Do I need to be in that? As far as others, like your household. Where you're no longer available for doing it all for people. And I'll go a little deeper that in a minute. But where do you do all the things for all the people and not letting them do for themselves? I know when you have little ones, it's hard, but there's also a teaching that you can start when they're little to how to self-care themselves. Okay, so work. Probably going to get this all done in a day, but not really, because I'm going to go deeper on the other days. What's your job? Describe what is required. Where are you doing or volunteering all the time? Why are you doing this? And let's clear all the whys. What validation do you need and where is needed? Like, do you get validation with, okay, somebody needs help and I'll volunteer to help. Okay, well, I helped somebody, so I'm a good person. No. Sometimes you add too much to your plate. So, you just need to muscle test some of the situations when you first start. But here's some big questions I want you to ask yourself. Is, do you fear conflict? You say yes, so there's not a fight. You say yes, so there's not an argument. Do you fear the not being wanted or needed? Like, I faced this one a long time ago with, I always took care of my kids, I always took care of my God, I took care of this, I took care of this, okay. So, was I doing it because I felt that it made me feel needed? Like, because I wanted my kids like, well, you're making me do my own laundry. And I'm like, well, you need to learn how to do it when you get out the house. Mama ain't going to do everything all the time. He was my rebellion child that he just wanted me to do for him and only him. And that was it. And my life don't do that. So I looked at, why am I doing this? Is it because I have the need to feel needed? Or do I have the need to feel wanted? Really kind of check in with that one, because a lot of things are driven on the underneath feeling of feeling needed and wanted. So that's question number 2. Question number 3. Do you fear not being reliable? I was in a pissed off mode at one point of like, oh yeah, I'm the old dog, Miss Reliable, blah, blah, blah. So I went on a rebellion because I got tired of feeling like the old dog that's always going to be there to do it. And it was very restricting to me because more things were added because I was reliable. So there's 2 parts to that. So look at both parts of that. Do you need to feel reliable? Or are you being relied on too much that you're not able to do you? It's a two-part street there. Do you fear freedom? And that's a big one. I'm getting free of things at this point because, like, my kids are grown. Granted, I still have one that lives at home, but she's an adult age. So, yeah, I have freedom to do a lot of things. But then the freedom's also scary because, well, now I can do what I want. Well, what the hell am I going to do with my time? I don't have kids to take care of no more. What is this about? Oh, this is a new life. I don't know. We all have the mind chatter. But freedom, what does it really look like for you? Is it being kid-free? Is it being financially free? I know we all say we want the financial freedom, but are you afraid of what it takes to have the financial freedom? Like, you can't just frivolously go to Walmart and buy whatever you want, whenever you want. No, you have to be mindful of your money. You got to know where it's going. You got to know what's coming in. You got to... So, there's checkpoints with things when you want these freedoms. To get to these freedoms, you need to check points, Like, okay, I want to make $1 million by next year. Cool. I can set the intention all day long, but if every time I get an extra $20 and I go to Walmart, I'm never going to accomplish it. Because I'm being thoughtless versus mindful in what I'm doing. So, do you fear the freedom? And are you willing to pay the piper to get the freedom? Like, at one point this year, I got a chunk of money from a parent. And I sat with it and I went, what do I really want? What do I really need? I mean, like, I have an opportunity to do whatever I want to do. But I really had to sit with, what do I want? What do I want? Not what everybody else needs, not what everybody else wants. No, what do I want? My personal self. What do you want? And I had to sit with it. And I'm like, well, I want my business to grow. Well, I want this. My sister's like, launch the butters already. And I'm like, they're all ready to launch. You just gotta buy it. And I was like, I just gotta go pick up my labels. They're already printed. I've already put all the money that I had made into it. So when I got this blessing, I didn't have to put it into that because I've already created that with my hard work. So it was sit with what I wanted. Well, about the same time I got that, the world shut down. So took care of bills for a couple of months while I was figuring things out. It didn't go where I wanted it, but it went where it was needed. Part of it. And then I also started closing up gaps of things that were taking my money that were not needed. I started canceling things like, no, but before I was struggling to make sure I had that money in there to cover this. And I was like, do I really need it? Do I use it? Do I want it? No. Get rid of it. So it becomes an evaluation in the freedom of what you really want. So in your mind, I want you to this is a visualization, and this is like, see it being real and sit with it. I give you $10,000 to do whatever you want with. What are you going to do? And this requires soul searching. And I don't want you to say, oh, I'm going to go buy this for this or this. No. This is for you, not everybody else. You got to think about what you want and how you're going to spend it. I mean, $10,000 is a lot, but really it's not. Because once the dollar is spent, it's spent. You can only spend $1 one time. That's it. So I want you to think, sit, and really evaluate and write it down what you would spend that $10,000 on. Really, really evaluate. Like you have monthly, work coming in. So your car payment's made, your house payment's made, what do you really truly want? And sit with that and think about it and really, really journal about it. We have another full moon coming up. This one's in Aries. It's all fire. Fire. What do you need to let go of? I mean, is it an emotion that's keeping you stuck? Is it some crap that's keeping you stuck? If you had the $10,000 to change your life and buy what you wanted and set you up to however you wanted, what would you have to get rid of? What mindset? What emotion? What bullshit story you're telling yourself? Whatever. Write those things out. That was a lot. So as we go deeper, because I'll come back and kind of run over each one of these. What need do you have for not having boundaries? Think about it. If you don't have boundaries for yourself, what are you allowing to come in? What is that serving? Not having boundaries. And then another couple of questions to ask yourself is, are you a people pleaser? Are you a doormat? I was. I did anything everybody asked me to because I didn't want to piss anybody off, because in my upbringing, you got yelled at. You got your ass whooped. You had to do what you had to do, whether you wanted to do it or not. So I was a doormat. Everybody dumped their shit on me big time. And I'm like, no, I'm not a doormat. I know my worth. And as I stepped into knowing my worth, a lot of people just disappeared out of my life. Some through just not talking to me anymore. Some through an argument, and then they didn't talk to me anymore because I didn't do it their way. Some people through death. Death has been a big one for me. I've dealt with it quite frequently. And anybody that knows me knows I've dealt with a lot of death. And then, are you playing the martyr? Like, oh, woe is me all the time so I can have pity and sympathy so everybody feels sorry for me because I'm doing all these things for all these people. Are you playing that role? Because obviously, if you're playing the martyr or the pity party, you're receiving some benefit out of it. That's why you're not breaking it. So look in your life to the cycles of things that you've done or not done. And what benefit are you getting out of it? Are you getting attention? Are you getting love? Are you getting communication? Look and see where the things that you have reacted or not reacted to, and then also, what are you receiving out of it? Because even if somebody yells at you, you're receiving communication. If somebody's, still talking shit on you, you're still in their mind space, you're still in their mind space, so you're getting something out of it. So with boundaries, self-care boundaries, self-boundaries, people may fall away, but you have to be okay in your own skin. Like, you have to look in the mirror and be like, I'm gorgeous, I'm beautiful, and I'm the perfect individual that I can be. We're all human, we all make mistakes, we all fall off the wagon, we all have bad days. All those things happen, but don't fall back into the pit. There's a difference. When you see a pattern, you reconstruct the pattern. It takes 21 days to change to have an habit. So every day, start with, get up and then look in the mirror. I'm beautiful, I'm successful, I'm this, I'm that. Positively tell yourself, look in the mirror time. Tell yourself these things. First, you're not going to believe it. You're going to be like, yeah, I'm just saying these stupid ass words. But over time, because you start making faces, oh, I'm beautiful. I'm loving. Some of them you need to make faces to get a reaction out of you. But when you do it, it's going to be like, oh yeah, that's hilarious. Because I love you. You're ready to fight somebody. You're like, yeah, that ain't love. That's hate. And then be like smiling and laughing. I'm like, I love you. And you start to feel it more because you have an emotion behind it. So start telling yourself, make faces at yourself. Get silly. Part of the best medicine in the whole world is laughing. And if you can laugh at yourself, and not laugh at yourself like, oh, she's so stupid. Like, laugh at yourself like, man, you are amazing and I love you. You are the bomb. You start to believe it. When you make facial expressions, when you start getting emotion behind it, you make rise and and you just start being free in your body. You start believing what you're telling yourself as well. And then my final question is, are you ready to break up with the bullshit stories? And I go with this, bullshit stories is others people's perception is not always your truth. When you start believing other people's perceptions of things about you and making you your truth, you make yourself small. There was a situation, it was last year. Well, no, I was with a client. And she had made a comment that, well, my sister always said I was such a diva for being in the mirror and doing my makeup and talked all kinds of shit on me. And I was like, well, was she super beautiful? And she was like, well, I mean, yeah, she's my sister. She's beautiful. I'm like, but did the world perceive her as beautiful? And she's like, no, I got more attention than she did. I said, okay, her perception, if she downed you, then she would shine. So you made her inadequacies your truth to make you feel like you were inadequate when it was her own insecurities of inadequacy. And when I said all that, she went, holy shit, Batman. Her perception I made my truth. Her own insecurities of projecting on me, I made my truth. Holy shit. So I go through this whole thing with her. It's phenomenal, breakthrough, wonderfulness, all the things. And so then, like, I walk in, I'm like, oh, so-and-so wants you to call. They decided to change some things up today. What did you do? Tell them, just, you did this and you did that. And he was attacking me. I was the biggest, I talk so much crap at him. I was like, no. He asked a question. I gave him an answer. That was it. Everybody was happy. And he was attacking me like I had done something wrong. And I was like, this son of a bitch. He's trying to put his perception of things and to make me my truth. And I noticed how he had done it a long time over the years. And I was like, oh, hell no. I see it now. And I said, no, that's not what was said. And you can choose to believe what you want. I was there. I know the truth. You can ask anybody that was there. They will tell you the same thing I'm telling you. But you choose to believe what you want is good. But I ain't making it my truth. And it was so freeing saying that I was like, whoa. I just lost 10 pounds off my back because I was no longer making somebody else's perception my truth to keep me small. I'm like, holy crap, man. It was that easy? That easy. That is crazy. So evaluate in your own life. Are you willing to break up with the stories and look at the different situations that you're in and people's perception? And it's their own insecurities that they're projecting on you, just so you know, where you're making it your truth. Because the end of the day, you have to stand in your truth. They have to stand in theirs. And I know right now in this world, a lot of people don't want to listen to truth. They just want to attack. They're just in attack mode. They don't give a damn what the storyline is. They just want to eat you. That's all they want to do. So pull yourself back. Look at it. Which perception? Is it yours? And is it your truth? Or is it somebody else projecting their insecurities to make it your truth? To keep you small. That's very profound. And with that, I'm going to shut this one down. It's over with. It's done. Pew. There was a lot of information in this today. I know I talked really fast. Slow it down. Pause it. Write down what you need. But really, check the perception. Alright, check y'all later. I had a blast today. I'll be back in a moment for a small announcement. Because we end this week. We have made it to week 6. What the hell? So we'll be finishing up this week. I'm going to go a little bit deeper, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, into the boundaries. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the feelings of the things. But I want you to answer all these questions today. Hopefully you can catch me live. I'll try to announce when I'm going to go live the next 3 days to where there can be a conversation as well. But until then, speak to you later. Bye-bye.